Destination Canada 150. 2017 marks Canada's 150th anniversary. How well do you know Canada? I have dedicated 100 days of my life to cycling from coast to coast, and this video series is the result. There's no water. The power might have been knocked out or something. There's no water. After a heavy storm overnight in Beaverdale, there was no water at the camping, and we had a surprise visitor. The goose showed up out of nowhere and was really curious about us and our tent. Our goal was to get to Rock Creek or perhaps Midway on this day. We'll worry about it when we get there. And once again, we got our feet wet. The weather wasn't that great for the rest of the afternoon, but here's a little slideshow. We eventually made it to Rock Creek, where the campground was flooded, but we were allowed to camp anyways at an alternative site. For Barbara, Rock Creek marked the end of the road by bicycle, for now. We spent most of Thursday retrieving Barbara's car in Penticton with the help of Bernie from Rock Creek Station, who was kind enough to drive us back. Later, I rode the 20 kilometers from Rock Creek to Midway in the rain and on a soggy trail. We met up at Midway Hotel, a 100-year-old haunted building where we spent the night. Yeah, I'm riding the highway today. I'm by myself again. I was going to take the trail to Grand Forks and then Christina Lake, but I was told that first in the Greenwood area, then in the E-Holt area, there'd be a blockage. You know, some disgruntled landowner blocked the trail, and you know, if people make it through there, they have to deal with angry dogs and some guy throwing rocks at them and stuff. So I decided, well, I don't need that.
The clacking noise you're hearing, it's from my bottom bracket. It is really annoying, I know, but it was gonna be with me for some time. I knew it wasn't gonna fall apart, so I just kept going. There was considerable flooding in Grand Forks, and I had the chance to get back on the Trans-Canada Trail once more.
So here I am. I guess I'm a slow learner, but I tried the trail again, and you know what? My bike and we have enough of the trail. There's a road here. Get the hell off this freaking trail and enjoy the ride to Christina Lake on a paved highway on the shoulder. That's what I'm gonna do.
As you might imagine, the highway allowed for faster travel. Saturday started with a long climb up the Bonanza Pass.
Still climbing the hill. I had to interrupt my cycling back there for a little bit because in the construction zone, actually there was like the road was caved in from the flooding, and they wouldn't let me ride my bike through that zone, so I had to put my bike in the back of somebody's pickup truck. Somebody was kind enough to give me a lift across, and it was only like 2 or 3 kilometers, and I'm still climbing up to the summit. I was told it's close, so. So here I am at the world famous Paulson Summit, elevation 5,036 feet, and you know, I'm eating a peanut butter cookie. Peanut butter power can do it all.
What followed was a fast descent into Castlegar before continuing on to Nelson, where we met up to spend the night with friends. Thanks to Janelle and Justin, Barbara was able to join me for another day of riding. The highlight of our day was the ferry ride to Kootenay Bay.
Welcome to our beautiful ferry.
Hey.
Hi. What you doing?
The last problem to solve was where to settle for the night. We briefly considered camping, but then decided that it was time for a sleep in a real bed. We started the day off right with a breakfast right by the ferry terminal.
So I'm on a road here that is goes from Crawford Bay to Creston. It starts at the ferry, so traffic is very light at the moment. But there was like 2-3 cars in a row just a minute ago, so I'm suspecting that ferry traffic might come. So I pulled over here and let them pass, you know, because there's only so many cars on one ferry, and once they pass me, I'm by myself. You know, so it's a really good way of riding. I wish they had more ferries on the highway. This highway 3A goes to Creston, and I'm about probably 65 kilometers from there, maybe a bit more. So weather's beautiful, the lake's beautiful, I'm just enjoying it.
plan for Tuesday was to go from Creston to Cranbrook and meet up again and camp.
Anybody who gets a driver's license should not only have to prove that they're able to operate a car safely, but they should also have a psychological assessment. When there's oncoming traffic, whether it's a truck, a car, or a bicycle on the shoulder, you do not pass anybody else.
As planned, the day ended in Cranbrook, where we met up and found a camping place. We ended the day together in Fairmont Hot Springs.
You know there are rumble strips when there are sleepy drivers on the road. They're not good for cycles.
Besides more steep hills, I also had 2 bear encounters and a heavy storm to deal with that afternoon. The bears totally ignored me, but the storm left me soaked to the bone. Oh no, no place to camp. We ended up spending the night in Barbara's car. This was also the morning she left me, and I wouldn't see her for over a month.
It's called Vermilion Pass. I'm right between Banff National Park and Kootenay National Park, and this means I'm leaving after 3 weeks of riding this bike through British Columbia. I am leaving British Columbia. I'm finally back in Alberta. Now let's check the total kilometers so far. 1,717 kilometers.